Oftentimes, we hear stories about young men engaged in a life of crime and other negative activity.
But tonight, our LaDon Davis shares a positive story about this Anatole Rogers student who says he's on another mission.
My daddy actually used to teach me and my brother about the Bible, so I know I have a conscience of right and wrong.
And it's those biblical lessons that influenced Anatole Rogers High School 11th grade student Kyle Rolle to spread the message of God throughout this country. About a week ago, a video with Kyle being interviewed about sharing the word of God with a bus driver here in the capital a year ago went viral on social media. Kyle says he is thankful that God is using him to change lives.
I would have talked to other persons, right, on the bus, but it's just this time, unlike I would say other times, it's almost like an act of faith. I did not just compelling feeling to actually go talk. I was deciding should I or should I not do it. And what happened was I decided to, and a teacher from the school came and say, hey, that he want to interview me and stuff for a particular church. And this video really wasn't supposed to go all around, but it did, thanks be to Jesus. The responses has been, some persons were receptive. Some persons would say they have something to do or not right now or something. Some persons rejected, but not everyone is the same. And the Lord has His time when He does works in person life. It don't just always be right away.
For several years now, the 16-year-old, who is an active member of the East Street Gospel Chapel, says he wants to be a positive role model for his peers who have fallen prey to a life of crime. He offered these strong words of advice to them.
The mind is a very powerful thing. What enters into the mind could really display out in your actions. So the type of people you be around, because the Bible tells us, be not deceived, bad company corrupts good character or ruins good morals. It means that the environment we're in could really shape the way we think. Because in this society today, as Rabbi Zachariah spoke about, we look at doing good as bad, and we look at bad as doing good.
Our news team watched Kyle perform his religious duties in church on Sunday. His mentor, Pastor Bradley King, told us that Kyle is doing some great work and it is a privilege to watch him grow in ministry.
Here we have an example amidst of all the negative young men. People like him who are doing a great work should be lifted up so that others can, number one, it'll be encouragement to his peers that, look, if I can do it, you can do it, okay? He had the same struggle, he's not perfect. But God is working on him, and it's very important that society knows that not all our young men are going to the dogs. And number two, our girls can see, well, maybe he could have a good husband someday, because there are a few good young men left.
With the murder count standing at 31 for the year and most of the victims being young men, the 16-year-old is adamant that he will continue to bring souls to Christ in the hopes of decreasing those numbers and saving the future of this great country we all live in. LaDon Davis, ZNS Network News.